everyone, it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I want to build a storage room. So we do have WISHBLOSSOM Ranch coming up very shortly, and I want to make a storage room for all the new goodies that we are going to get from that DLC. Now, of course, I don't know exactly what kind of goodies we might be getting in terms of resources and stuff like that. So this storage room might change a little bit in terms of how many chests end up being used in the end and some of the placements. However, this is going to be a starting point so that at least, hopefully, I can get my new resources placed easily to find, easily to drop off, and things like that. So it just makes my whole experience of exploring WISHBLOSSOM Ranch that bit easier. So we are going to build this storage room because I do like to make my DLC storage rooms themed. I do have one for Eternity Isle, I have one for Storybook Vale, so now we're going to do WISHBLOSSOM Ranch. Let's begin. Now, to start with, I want to go for something very rustic for the walls. This is a ranch after all, so we do need, I'm thinking like a lot of woods and things like that, like very natural resources. I'm not entirely sure I'm sold on this necessarily. It's great in terms of the wood, but I'm not sure I'm sold on it all being wood. I feel like something like this is going to be better. Something that almost feels like a stable, I think would work better. I would love it if it had a little bit more wood to it, but it's just not quite. Like if this base bit was wood instead of stone, I think would look great. Like if this was a darker palette, it would be that. But I don't think we necessarily have something that's gonna really fit that build, because even this is a bit too light still. Do you see what I mean about this being like a really dark wood and then this is just a bit pale? So I don't think it's gonna quite match. And I think having the kind of like the concrete plaster all the way down is a bit boring. I really love seeing the detail from the woodwork, so I don't really want to change that. And I unfortunately don't want to go with this because I have this but in white for my Storybook Vale, but I might even change it to this one because I think the dark one would be better. But I think at the time we didn't have the dark base, and I think this is, it's too bricky. I think too much brickwork. Oh, actually, hold on. We did get some good things. That's too quirky and too bright. Let me check the pirate ship. What? The pirate ship, maybe? No. But this wood plank is not bad. And then, yeah, that's too floral. Wait, what's the other one I wanted? This one, the Mossy Witch. I think it could be the Mossy Witch that we actually end up going for, you know? I think that works really nicely. I do kind of wish there was a bit of, you see how it's all so uniform? I almost wish I had a different variant, but I feel like we can break that up a little bit. I feel like once we get in some wall decor, some windows and stuff, it's going to break it up. And I think for wood, I need to go a dark wood, like something like these rough planks is so good. I wish they had that in more of a black, like a very, like more of this. Like this is much better in terms of color, but it just feels a bit too clean, a bit too polished, which I don't like. I can need it a bit more rougher. Bit more rough around the edges. I just don't like how that's laid out, how it like doesn't flush with everything. I feel like this isn't dark enough. I might have to stick with Tiana's wood. Maybe. Because this is far too much. So yeah, maybe we stick with Tiana's wood. I wish this kind of went on in like a different rotation. That's what I need it to be, is like a different rotation. But I mean, I think that'll do. I think it will do. Right, I'm going to go into Windows now, and I have thoughts. I mean, we have got this round one, which does work well. My initial thoughts were that, yeah, that's too posh, too posh. I'm looking for it. I'm surprised I don't see it in here. I did buy some more of them. Maybe they don't come under a window. Like, I love that, but it's just, it's not right. It's not right. Okay, right. This is potential. However, there is a set window I was looking for, and it's not here in Windows. So if I come into wall, does it count as a wall? It does. Okay, this is what I was thinking of doing. Adding in some of these rustic shuttered windows. I think they would work quite nicely. But maybe we could do 2. Like, maybe we do 2, right? So maybe I have, like, 1 here, for instance. And then I have 1 here. And then we have this here in the middle. So this aligns perfectly in this space. And then these kind of crop in. That's more center for that one. And is this one 3 and 3 on both sides? I think that works. And then I think I might actually want to copy that on this side as well. Just so that we've got the lighting coming in as well. Or is that too much? What if, okay, what if we alternated it on this side and we did this and this? So what if it was like this? This might work a bit better, actually. I think this might work a bit better. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. I did also debate about having... Oh, yeah, we should do the ceiling. Maybe we just put that on the ceiling for now. Like a wooden beam. Oh, I forgot I got this item the other day because I did the quest. Okay, what am I looking for? Oh, I don't particularly like them. We can put this in. See, this is kind of cute. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Let me put this down. I need to change the doorway. And I already know the doorway is getting changed to one of these for sure. I just feel like it makes the most sense. Oh God, why is it? I hate it when that happens. Do you know when like it kind of doesn't sync up with where the hand is? And then what if we do that? Right, if we do that and then we've got like the signage here. Like that's kind of cute, right? I think. And I think that's the best signage here. Unless we go for the gem. No, I prefer this. I prefer this. It's cute. I do think that's cute. Right, okay. Now we need to get down some sort of like tables. And that is something I am unsure of. Because we will need tables to place our sort of the resources on as an indicator for what we've got. And I just need to decide what I think looks good as a table for putting those resources on, you know, to indicate what's in each chest. We need some really rusticy looking ones. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through, take a look and see what we can find. Okay, so I've got a few storage things here. I do actually kind of like how this one looks. I think I like how this looks over this. But I do like the dark wood on this. I feel like the dark wood on this fits better with certain items. I'm not sold on this. I think both of these are too vibrant. So I am going to move you here. And then I'm going to move you here. Just as a comparison. And then we'll rotate you around for now. Turn you this way. And then we'll clear up these chests here and take a look and see what I think looks good. I think I prefer the green over the orange for sure. So I think that eliminates that. And now maybe I can move these here. I don't think I'm going to fit this. Oh, it does fit. Okay. I'm just going to put that in front. Because that was another thing. I thought about using the Arundelian cupboards. And I do quite like those. I do quite like those. I have a feeling this is a bit too much. So I might get rid of that. And then I want to copy this here. Just to see. Because that's it with the chest sat in between. And then we've got a comparison of like a chest sat in the middle. I do like this combo, but I feel like the light wood is throwing me off a lot. So I think I'm going to eliminate it. Let me have a look at how this looks. Sat underneath this window. Is it too high? It might be a tad bit too high with that window. Let's move this over. See, that does look good. That does look good, I think. Okay, right. I'm liking this. I'm going to put this back here and I'm going to move this over and we're going to compare with this. Yeah, I think I need to stick to a wood that either matches this or a wood that matches the dark. So I think I'm going to stick with the dark wood for sure. And then it's just a case of how I feel about the placement of stuff. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna grab a copy of this. I'm gonna put it under the window here. And put this here. And just see how that looks as a comparison. I think we stick with this. This table, I think we do stick with it. Because I think the chest matches the windows there very nicely. And I kind of like the mix of the metalwork and the wood. So I think that's what we're going to go for, to be honest. Oh god, I'm going to have to buy some more from Scrooge then. I'm going to have to buy some more. And then we could do another chest here. And then maybe we can have something else here as well. Because I think if I have one up here, it's going to be perhaps a little too close. I mean, maybe. Hold on. We go there and there. That might actually not be too bad. And you could have that for resources that are like quite similar. So if there was like a couple of different similarities, and then potentially we can have another thing here and another here. But I think I'm going to leave these walls for decoration. So I quite like that. Okay. Right. Let's see. What else can we do? What are we going to do in the middle? What feels... I feel like a rustic seating area might be quite nice. I feel like that's too much. That is far too much. Too much. Not the quite right wood. This is good for matching the wood of that, but I think it might be a little fancy. Might be a bit too fancy. We could do something like the pine couch, which works well with the green from the moss. I think that could work, because I think, yeah, this is just not the right colour palette. And maybe a couple of these. Okay, I quite like that. Right, we're going to do this here. I think. I'm going to turn this way. And turn this way. I'm going to turn this another way. I really want a fireplace as well. I want a fireplace. I feel like that's what we need. It's something that just adds a bit of warmth to the build. Looking to see what have we got. No, this is too grey. The crested is nice, but I feel like it's still maybe a bit too much. Okay, I'm gonna leave that aside for now. The horned one. Again, the woods just don't match well enough, I think. An antique fireplace. Could that work? Feels kind of rusticy enough, to be honest. Might work. Oh, did they ever fix this? Oh, they did. They fixed it. This was bugged for a while, so it was like invisible. So you can actually see it. I'm so glad they fixed that. Okay, so I don't think I'm sold on this. So I think it is between this one and this one. And I actually think the metal work is maybe better. So I think I'm going to stick with this. And we could go with that. I want a rug. We need a rug. Okay, let's head into rugs and see what we've got. I love this. Maybe we have that at the entryway. Or maybe underneath the fireplace, maybe. We'll see. I feel like I need something for here. That is too bright. Far too bright. Much too bright. Maybe we just go with the embellished green carpet again. That's what I tend to use anyway. Ooh, what about... This is kind of rustic. I might like that. Let's place this down and have a look. Let's see. What do I think goes well? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm not sold on this, but let's see how this looks on the two carpet. Maybe the homey rug is better in terms of this darker palette. Maybe this is just a bit too bright. Even though I really like it. I do really like it. I just think... It's not quite right. Hold on. This needs to be here. This needs to go across. There we go. That is perfect, I would say. And then the question is, do I keep this here or do I move it here? That is the question. Right, so imagine I'm coming in. Actually, that's the point. Maybe we do test how it looks when we enter. Which actually, I probably should change. My plan was always to change this eventually, so that this made sense for the different rooms. What would work well for Storybook Vale? I think Tiana's front door might be kind of good. Or this one. This one. Okay, we'll go with that one. And then for Eternity Isle, I think actually the ancient door might make sense. You never know. We might get a rustic door that we can change this from. And then we can have like the themed doors based on the different DLCs, I think. Like, I think that would be good. And then we could just have like our regular storage space or whatever. I'll need to decide what I use for like wallpaper and stuff in here. But I'll change this to this door because that might be a door we change. Because if we can theme them with the doors, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Okay, so we come in and we're kind of like down at an angle here. But I think it should be fine. With this cozy space, we need to do something there. We need to do something here, but I don't know what. Definitely need to get some like wall art going. I really wanted to make use of these beams as well. I don't know if there's like a way I can do it surrounding the rug. Like maybe there's a way I can do this because we have these rafters. How wide are they? They fit in perfectly. Do they come in between here? Stop. Oh my gosh, they fit perfect. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. It is so cute. It definitely is working for the stable vibe, I think. I'm not sure I'm sold on the seating area. Maybe I can change that, but maybe we get some decorative pieces in the future. I'm just trying to think what else could work. Like, I do like this. I might actually think I might get rid of these windows, to be honest. I'm really tempted to get rid of them. It'd be so cool to add these. Imagine if they fit in the inside. Right, let me just... They're not rustic enough, so I think that's why they won't work. Like, if they did, if they... It would have been so cool. Okay, it would have been so cool, but it just doesn't work. I think I'm gonna scrap the idea of a seating space in here. I think I am. I think I prefer it not to be seated. I think. Ooh. I think if we put these in, like, this is like a cupboardy thing. Like, I think this would work, especially with the color palettes of what we have at the moment. The rustic... Why didn't I think of this? Wait, what if... Hold on. Right, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop. I love that. I know this feels chaotic. I know it does. Right, I'm getting rid of that. We're going to move this to this side. And then, yeah, I love that. See, it's one of these weird things. This door, just hold on. Let me change this to this door. I have a feeling if I change that, yeah, it doesn't look so big, but I might actually, hold on. I originally liked the idea of this framing the thingies, what you call it, the rug, but maybe if I do pull it back a bit, it might work out better just visually in terms of the space, because like this is like a big structure in the middle, but I think it works. I do like how that looks. And then obviously we can come here, oh, and then expand across. It doesn't fit. Okay, wait, what if we 1, 2, and then we add this in here. There we go. That helps. That helps a lot. There we go. It's just a real shame about not completing it, but does that matter too much? Oh no, I'm not liking this now. I don't like this. I don't like it. It's too much. Right, let's get rid of this. Is it better like this? No, I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. Just changed her mind again, folks. Just changed her mind again. Okay, let's put this on this side. Wait, where is the halfway point on this side? Here. So it is like literally here. But I don't think that fit? Yeah, it does. Ooh, okay, hold on. See, it doesn't work out then. Because this doesn't reach, it's too close. I was gonna say, the only other thing is if I separate it a bit. We go here, go here, go here. Right, now let's take a look. Okay, yeah, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. I'm not liking the wallpaper anymore. I'm not liking the wallpaper. This is a process. This is a process. But you know what? It's fine because we're learning things as we do this. Is the dark wood better? The dark wood blends better with all this other stuff. You see how the decor and stuff can really make a difference in terms of how things look? Like, stuff that I was so set on and now I'm just like, doesn't work for me. Doesn't work. I think I'm gonna have to go back to, what was the one that I really liked? Was it this one? At least this matches, I think. I think we might have to stick with it because at least I feel like it matches in terms of the wood colors and stuff like that. And then the lighter wood really provides the accents here. And as I said, it could be that as we unlock Wish Blossom Ranch, I probably get decor that fits well. Anyway, I'm just gonna go grab some more of these tables because I think I'm gonna need them. Right, okay, we can't forget about lighting, of course. And I really want to have like a rustic type chandelier. Like the rustic chandelier. That would be so good. Okay. Right. Yeah, I love that. That is perfect for this. Okay, I have just switched over and got 2 of these. And then 1 of these. I definitely think... Ooh. Why did one of my things go invisible? I hate when that happens. Okay, there's technically a table there. It's just a visual bug that happens sometimes where they don't show. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests. That's quite a few chests. It's probably not going to be enough long term, depending on what resources. But you go, we could have flowers, we could have fish, we could have fruits, we could have veg, we could have diggables and stuff like that. So I definitely think that's good. So we got the right amount in terms of that. I love the rug here. I love the beams, even though I kind of wish we had a darker color. That would have made things a lot easier. Now I just need to put up some wall art, I think. Because I think that's what's currently missing from this. So let's go into art and just see what we can. Okay, I think that does it for my Wish Blossom Ranch storage room. I've used these Spring Reborn tapestries. I did also use this ladder item. It's a bit of a shame it blends into the wallpaper. I do think if I can find, or if with the DLC we get a few more different wallpapers or maybe different colored wooden beams, I will switch it up a little bit. But for now, I think I'm quite happy with this. We've also got the little piranha fish up there. We have 2 mirrors here, but I've actually chosen these because they're not very shiny, so I think they do work with the darker tones in here. I do actually love this fireplace. I think this fireplace is fantastic. I think I will keep this no matter what. However, if I can switch up some of this decor, it probably will get switched up eventually with some more Storybook Vale theme, not Storybook Vale, Wish Blossom Ranch themed items. Basically replace Storybook with Wish Blossom. But I think this is pretty good. As I said, I do have a visual bug at the moment where it looks like there isn't a table here, but trust me, I placed a table. I can't put anything else there, so it is a visual bug that happens sometimes. But I do think I'm happy with this. I think this has the rustic charm that I was looking for a themed room. I do not have a storage island. I just think it would be stressful because I feel like keeping up that one solitary island would just be too much work. Like readjusting the placements, like let's say you have each corner as a different area. Well, you've got the base game, you've got Storybook Vale, you've got Wish Blossom Ranch, you've got Eternity Owl. What are you doing when the next DLC comes? Where's that going? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna have to get another island? Well, then you get another island and you're having to switch between two islands, and I don't know, it's too much stress for me. I like things in a house, but I just work that way, my brain. I do think there's lots of people who function better with a floating island, and that's totally fine. I just think I'd get stressed having to shift it every time, whereas only having to create one room is just so much easier than rearranging an entire island every time there's a new DLC. So I definitely prefer this method, at least for me, and I think this does work. Like I said, I would prefer it if maybe we didn't have this wallpaper. It feels very monotonous, so like very samey. It's just like kind of too much. It needs to be broken up a little bit, but we'll keep our fingers crossed we get something good with Wish Blossom Ranch and we can change it, or maybe we get some wooden beams that are a bit more similar in color to this rabbit sign that we got. But I think on the whole, I am actually really happy with this. I am actually quite happy in terms of like its layout. It's definitely functional for me, and I'm so glad to finally be prepared and have somewhere to dump all my new resources when we finally gain access to them. Anyway, I hope you found this little build inspiring. You know, this little build along with me. You've kind of seen the process for me decorating and some of the decisions I made. So maybe it's a little bit inspiring for you and things like that. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like. Feel free to subscribe for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content. And I hope I get to see you all in the next one. Bye, guys! A huge shout out to our Super Top members, Spread Lake and Caroline Rose. Thank you so much for the additional support on my channel. It does mean so much to me. So thank you very much.